Good evening. It's evening here. And welcome to another TTP Season 2. We have chessjerk, we have Bogie. This is their game 1 of the second round, and we have a little sword-less plus going on between these two wonderful players. My name is Tracy, and with me today is Neo No Name Neon. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic, Tracy. It is super exciting to be here this evening. Really exciting to be on SG Main, SG Prime here, and then watching these two, these Z1R living legends actually play against each other. I could not be more excited. But it turns out I actually can, because tonight we rolled Swordless Plus, and that is one of my favorite flag sets tonight for the TTP2. This is going to be just an absolutely phenomenal race, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And huge shout out to our last minute tracker Stags joining us so that you don't have to do double duty.
You know, that made my evening even better.
All right, for a start, I kind of hate this kind of start because you're not really close to anything.
You know, you get to sit back and it's a little bit of work, but you do get the triple check for the for the Armos items over there, and we know what our Armos item is going to be today.
That's right. It's going to be a red candle.
All right, and bear with us a second here as we do a little bit of adjusting on syncing.
That's okay. 2 out of 3. Okay, we have good any roads, not great any roads because oh my god, those two are right next to each other. I'm a little surprised that CJ didn't take the any road to get the awful spot up in the northwest in that one Death Mountain sword spot. Let's see if Bogie does it. Yeah, nope, he's not gonna do it either.
That's fair. We got any roads. We got to go check out those any roads, and the audio will be on pause for just a second, guys, as we finalize that synchronization. And we're almost perfect. A poke. But either way, like we are going around and we're looking for stuff. That Armos item, huge value today, because that sword in Swordless Plus means you can find it, but you cannot take it.
Hi sword, bye sword.
There it is.
You can take the candle if you want.
Yeah, you absolutely could, but that's a real risk if you go ahead and you take that candle.
No, it's it would be a silly thing to do with the red candle on the Armos. Now, when we played the the Battle Royale version of this, they didn't give us the red sword on the Armos, so some people did actually take the candle instead. And none of the seeds in the BR were such that you could were hard required to eventually grab the wood sword. But my very first practice seed actually hard required you to grab the wood sword. Which you could grab at 1 hour, because Pole's Voice blocked bow, Patcher blocked White Sword, and I forget what blocked the wand. Maybe that was also Pole's Voice. And we needed something to kill those things.
Yeah, I do remember that. That great Battle Royale, and I love the fact that it inspired the TTP set here, one of many that we have. Oh, by the way, there's level 1 over on Chester.
Yeah. Fun fact: this is the only TTP flag set that was not created by the admins of the tournament.
Well, it's really exciting. I love that Battle Royale, and you know, you sit there and you cross your fingers and you hope for a white sword or for a wand at any given point in time, or there was even one where the bow and arrows early, like bow and silvers, that was pretty solid.
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, and just pointing out that they tweaked it. Yes, they did tweak it because they did put the red candle on the Armos, which again, huge difference. Huge difference. Just having any sort of repeatable offense early in any kind of swordless flag set just makes it so much easier. And I think we saw a power bracelet here on the coast.
We sure did. And operationally, I think the question did come up in chat, and I don't know if we answered it because I got distracted by doing some synchronization. So to answer real quick, they can't pick up that wood sword for 1 full hour. But if they find that white sword, or they find mags, if they can actually get to mags before an hour, rock and roll. That's all theirs, right? It's just that wood sword.
Yeah, and mags is 11 hearts. So if you find it, you got the hearts. And this is a first quest overworld, so. There's not as likely that the magical sword will be blocked by something. There's only the 10 spots that are blocking CJ, not quite making it around those traps. In fact, there's magic sword, but we're a little ways away from that. Yeah, Bogie, you can try to pick it up. No, Bogie doing the thing that happens. Doing the thing that happens to all of us, which is there's this an input you can give on your controller that will send you right back into your into whatever the cave you went into, and everybody, I don't know that I've ever seen someone go an entire. Like, you're gonna go into that. It's gonna happen to you at some point. All right, CJ done in level 4. Hopefully gets over to the west side almost to get that red candle. And now that I think about it, because we can't pick up that wood sword, it made sense that they didn't go out of their way to check. Our runners didn't go out of their way to check that cave that could have had that sword up in the East Death Mountain.
Exactly, and incidentally, that level 4 is going to be a little bit of a challenge for both of our runners because we're going in there, or at least in the early game.
Yes.
Because red candle's one thing, but whiz robes are they're not going down to that.
Nope.
And bomb
Nope,
only
they
combat
sure
is
aren't.
tricky.
Yeah, if in this flag set, if Wizrobes and the darkness could just be on the overworld, and then everything else that's killable with a candle, maybe even put the Pulse Voice on the overworld, all those candle killable enemies, put them in the dungeons, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't quite pan out that way. I haven't seen
Nope.
Dark Nuts yet, but Wizrobes definitely. Maybe I did see them, I just wasn't looking hard enough. But
So far we've seen Gorilla on the overworld. I haven't seen, Gorilla and Moblins, which is, I mean, the two easiest dungeon enemies. Now, the Gorilla, to me, they ramp up their difficulty big time on the overworld because you're not trying to kill them. Gorilla are not, super easy in dungeons either, but they're easier than Blue Wizrobes, for instance.
now we haven't seen
There's
Paul's
some.
voice yet either, and so that's
Yeah,
going to make
this-
for some interesting fun if we fight him in the dungeons.
Yep, so we're definitely going to have Lionel's, Darknuts, and Wizrobes in dungeons. I think we would have seen Pole's voice in the overworld by now if they were going to be on the overworld. Also of note, looks like we rolled 2Q enemies. I think that's on 50-50 because those gray bats I think are going to be the 2Q bats that have a
That
different
is a
HP
great
than the
catch.
1Q bat. And not necessarily going to go down to the same shot. I mean, they look exactly the same and everything, but when you have
That
2
was
key
a
bats, they do.
phenomenal catch. Yeah.
Yeah, they do roll to a different. I mean, usually they're black because I think the idea is they're supposed to. Hey, Bogie finds what CJ's always looking for.
Oh, CJ finding some too.
Yep, there we go. Gotta have art.
I do like how we have extra candles on right there. I mean, I get why. It's very enjoyable seeing it. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's a holdover from the original version,
Yeah.
where the red sword wasn't necessarily free. So the runner beware had the opportunity of grabbing that candle early.
CJ not lucking out on these bombs. That was a whole bunch of blue Octoroks. Then another one picked up down there at 1Q3. Another dungeon found, by the way. We're really racking these up.
Nice level 3 there. Nice to get that map nice and early.
If you ever needed proof of your 2Q enemies, if those black keys weren't enough for you, those blue bubbles will certainly do it.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, we don't really care about the blue bubbles right now because we have no sword to take away. But yeah, eventually they're going to be an issue. CJ gonna dig a little bit of 8 though. Oof. Yeah, I wonder if that patcher might send him elsewhere.
Yeah. That's going to be a tricky one. I mean, you could always try the candle boost through, but that's a really tough room for a candle boost.
Yes, yeah, and because the real problem is you can get around the first one, but the to get around without taking damage, you're gonna go through the blocks, and you have to block clip around and hope that is it expando? No, it's a lot to try and do on no ring, no sword. Yeah.
He's looking like a little bit of a mess now. Maybe we've seen what 2 dungeons with Wizrobes. We're only guaranteed 2 with Wizrobes, so maybe we'll have a little bit of a saving grace in the future ones, but it's not looking
Floor
pretty.
for Bogie. Yeah, Bogie got a key exactly when he needed to progress, and then got a heart in the floor. So this looks like it's a double heart 3. But yeah, the Wizrobes can be any. Each enemy set needs to be in at least 2 dungeons, and can be in as many as 5 dungeons. So sometimes, if you're really paying attention, you can actually know what your enemy set is in level 9.
We are really getting through these dungeons. I wish I was going ahead and tracking these locations here. I have not, but I feel like we've seen most of our dungeons at this stage of the game.
We've seen a lot of dungeons. This room should be clearable for Bogie with just a single red Wizrobe.
And Handler threatens in the forest. We do have mixed hints, which means we should be running into helpful and community. That is a helpful hint over on level 3.
All right, Bogie, 2 hearts, Triforce. Weird. He is done in level 3, CJ in level 5, and of course the first stair is always going to be that transport. It's not always going to be that transport, it just feels that way.
Feels like we could look up a stat on that one, but I haven't.
Well, the problem is, I mean, yeah, we certainly could. The problem is, it's not always easy to find what the first staircase is. I guess you could define it as whichever one is fewer rooms from the start.
I guess. But yeah, it is tricky. Thank you for the hashtag stats over in chat there, Jets. Much appreciated.
Alright, we do see 53 rupee meat if the game decides we should need that. So, will be pretty cheap, and I imagine... I know I've gotten into the habit of trying to mark at least one meat shop somewhere, just in case.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's so infrequent that it comes across, and then when it finally comes across and you haven't actually bought anything, it's unbelievably frustrating.
Alright, Bogey's gonna try and get this first bomb drop, having reset his global up to 0 by resetting. He does get it on the second try, so he's gonna do these South Coast checks, and imagine if he finds nothing, he'll reset. He's still gonna reset, so, you know, step over the water to reach the magic key. The step over the water hints, you don't tell us much. Somewhere there's a ladder block in a dungeon. At least it's not the one for the power bracelet that's hanging out there on the actual coast.
There's at least some value to be picked up here. Good. Was that a force from Bogie? It looked like it was.
Probably.
Or maybe just very good timing. Either way, that's a nice little cleanup over there. We saw that there's not a ton of value on the coast, save for those hints. So we'll retry and come on back.
Yep, and when he has more money, he'll probably go check out the other 2 hints. With them being so close to start, it makes sense. Easy to scum those. Bogie finding level 2.
I think with that in play, we're short 6, maybe? I think that might be it.
We've definitely seen 8.
Yeah, I think we're just missing 6 at this stage of the game, which, hey, that's 11 minutes in. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not unusual in this flag set in particular to find all your dungeons before you really can do anything in them, because there's not always a lot you can do in them.
Not to mention, you're going to be a little hesitant on using bombs, and incidentally, we see... Oh, Bogie!
Well, bingo, bango. Bogie scoring with the white swords, just sitting there chilling in level 2, free as anything. I imagine CJ shouldn't be too long for that, because he does have that candle. With bomb, and CJ generally isn't an early Death Mountain player, so probably just going to clean up the rest of this grave.
Alright, Bogie's got that Triforce attitude. Time to get the heck out of there. And see what else we can go ahead and find.
Yeah, he can play the game now.
Now, it looks like he got both items in there because, is that Bogie with a red ring on?
Well, he's definitely red, and I don't think he started as red, so... CJ finding level 3. So, yeah, I don't think... Oh, yeah. I think Bogie plays with a fairly normal Link sprite with normal colors, so...
Yeah, he just walked into a orange wizard and took no damage up.
That would also be an indicator.
Yeah, that must have been in too.
Level 2 is the play. That's where it really is the place you want to be. CJ trying to get bombs off these moblins. God, this lag is so awful. This is why you saw Bogie trying to kill these guys with a bomb off of a reset.
Yeah, and bomb conservation up until you finally find that white sword. I mean, that's it's the name of the game here right now, right? And you're not going to see a lot of bombs, which I think is. I mean, you know, CJ's not necessarily a Death Mountain person, but it's a terrible place to be in this flag set until you have the sword.
But he's doing the burn bushes over here in the forest, although technically this is considered the desert for balance reasons, I think. I don't think it'll take him too long to get over to that level 2.
Yeah, that was over at 1Q8, I believe.
It was.
We had that level 2, yeah. decent amount of keys. Really not really having any concerns. Going and chugging the way through 4 right now.
Yeah, it's crazy how some seeds just can give you all the keys you could ever possibly want, and then other seeds are like, haha, you thought you'd find keys here?
Yeah, there's we were doing the math too on what the distribution looks like for keys, and it's a pretty wide distribution at times on how many can potentially exist in a seed. Not to mention how difficult they can be to find.
Yep. Alright, CJ into level 2, which means he should get his lovely white sword and lovely red ring shortly.
And we'll get to see which room that red ring was actually in.
Bogie back into level 4. Yeah, there's the white sword. There's gotta be, you know, something upward to the left here.
Oh yeah.
E?
White sword, red ring, those blue whiz ropes. I mean, they're not fun, but
There it is.
they're really
There it
going
is.
down.
There's that red ring. 2 rooms up from start. CJ's gonna grab this key, go up, grab the Triforce, and be done.
Very nice. Quick 2. We know one's hanging out in the forest as well. Potentially going to be a visit close to level 4, which is where Bogie is right now. It's a nice concentration right here in terms of our levels.
Yep. Now CJ also hasn't finished 3, so could do that soon. Oh, hello, level 7.
Yeah, 3's really close as well. There's 7. Basically everything's in the forest. Yeah, that'll do it.
Now this spot right here is one of my least favorite in a 1Q overworld. Yeah, of course it opens in mixed in 2Q, but it's recorder blocked then, which means I'm not worried about getting to it right away. It potentially isn't available for a while. Oh, there's our bait block. There's our bait block. That
Interesting.
that's blocking a couple rooms there. That could be coming to play.
I don't think we've seen either of the items in 4 at this stage, have we?
Yeah, because Bogie's got 5 hearts, and I'm pretty certain he got 2 hearts and 3, and that's all the hearts he has.
Oh, I think that I mean, either we're gonna find it over to the right of the Triforce, or we're gonna cross our fingers and gamble on 4 not having anything.
I mean, it's probably the first place I go when I'm running out of things to do, right? Just because, you know, I mean, it's 2 rooms. You know exactly where the items are, but yeah. For now, yeah, we're not going right. I wouldn't go right back in there.
No.
It's gonna just check Bogie's tracker real quick to see if he's marked anything, and no, he has not marked anything in level 4. So yeah, bait blocking a couple items there. I figure if all of us missed it, that would be crazy.
Yeah, we're probably okay in that case. Odds of that are low.
Yep.
Oh,
I
we
mean,
have a coma too.
me missing it, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, fun fact, it's actually much harder to miss those things when you're actually the one playing and you're only looking at one screen. Not impossible. Nice Patrick Hill, yeah.
War bomb time for Bogie over there, hanging out in the forest. Which,
I bet he goes back to level 1 as well. I mean, if I'm these runners, he's gonna see level 7, he's gonna walk in, he's gonna walk out. If I were these runners, yeah, I would just start, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. They're all relatively close to our start spot. When I have enough money, maybe hit that hint shop. Chessjerk hasn't seen that hint shop.
No, but those are some pricey hints. I mean, the cheap one about the magical key is what it is. But the other was what, 50 and 52, and
yeah,
you don't even know if they're going to be worth it. That's going to be a scum spot for sure.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, fortunately, being right next to start, the scum is easy. We get a book in level 1. I believe is Atlas in this flag set. Those are the 2 things that I have to look up pretty much every seed in this tournament. Is Book Atlas and our important items in 9? And I believe this is a yes/no for that one.
It is for sure an Atlas over in this current one. And as for the important items in 9, also they are allowed.
Oh, they are allowed. See? That's why I should have
indeed.
looked. This. Oh, by the way, this one is dumb because look at that tail to the right.
I think that this might be the last room that CJ has left. Is down here in the lower left-hand corner. Might be. Certainly a fun room.
Bogie. Oh, that's a bow on the ground. Oh boy. Have we seen an arrow shop?
I'm not sure. I mean, we're finding that on the ground. Bogie cannot be that far behind. Nice key drop over there.
No, it's the room below here.
Yeah. It'll be he'll do a little bit of poking around. I mean, that gives CJ the bow a little bit earlier. Possibly arrows a little earlier if he found a shop. But on the other hand, we have a Triforce earlier from Bogie's side, so it's going to balance out. We got a pretty close race still here.
All right, CJ's going to go get his hearts out of level 3.
And chat with the commentary, they cannot get the wood sword until the 1 hour mark. However, if they find the white sword or they somehow get enough hearts to go and pick up the magical sword, both of those are viable. It's just the wood sword they can't touch.
Right. Now, and it's not uncommon. It really isn't uncommon if the white sword's not accessible for the runners to get magic sword as their first sword. Because with the red candle being available early and having that repeatable offense, usually you can get to 11 hearts. And it is hard locked at 11 hearts before that 1 hour mark.
And we've seen a couple. And I don't think any in the tournament yet, but we've seen a couple during the nightlies that were part of the qualifiers for the T2P2, where people were sitting there waiting for that 1 hour mark to happen, right next to where the wood sword was, just counting down the seconds until they could pick it up on some really nasty seeds.
I think to get to the hearts in this dungeon, CJ needs to go up towards the Triforce. I don't recall anything being down here, but we'll see. Don't fully trust my memory on any of these things, because by the time I played a couple seeds today, I was watching Opno and Angel earlier. That race had not finished when we came on the air. If you know the outcome, please don't share it in chat, because other people might choose to watch the VOD later. There's the bow for Bogie.
You watch so many of these, and I'm so used to every little tiny meticulous thing is tracked that just going ahead and trying to pay attention through here is a little challenging.
Yep, 2 screens and not tracking. It's a lot different than 1 screen and tracking everything. Or I'm gonna assume that CJ did see the stair heart because he's beelining to the Triforce now. Bogie done with level 1.
Ooh, he did not, 'cause he's definitely seen the floor heart at this stage.
Okay, maybe the stair heart was past the Triforce? I don't remember which one Bogie got first.
Or maybe he's looking to see if he can find some keys or something fun like that.
No,
a lot of keys.
Yeah, I think it's 6 keys. You're not really looking for that. It's not in here. But yeah, I would expect CJ to go back into 4 after this. I don't know if Bogie's seen 5 that CJ's already gotten the Triforce out of. Yeah, that's not going to push with the standing item.
Not on this flag set, at least.
Not on any flag sets, because if you're thinking of remove most open staircases.
Oh, not the grid room. You're right.
Yeah, not the grid room. It's exactly 3 rooms in remove most open staircases. 2Q rooms being in. We all got a little confused last year when we had that's a 1 rupee small secret. Oof. But it turns out that remove most open staircases is only the 3 non-open staircases that exist in Quest 1. So the single block, the double block, and the reverse C. But if you have 2Q, the possibility of 2Q dungeons in half of your seed, or you just have 2Q dungeons, the trap room and the 5 pair will look like remove most open staircases, because in second quest, those rooms have drops and will push. So, cool. No, everything's shaped in this tournament though, so no 2Q dungeons.
I
No
hesitate to
spirals.
say good.
I enjoy the occasion. I actually do quite enjoy the 2Q. I'm not a huge fan of vanilla first quest dungeons. I do kind of enjoy the 2Q dungeons a little bit because they do have like very unique qualities that you don't see otherwise.
They're a palette refresher every now and again from all the
Yeah.
shape stuff, and then you remember why 2Q is not as popular.
Yep. CJ bought the same hint that Bogie did, and White Sword Heart because Heart Shuffle on.
There you go. Very nice.
What are
Well,
the odds that all three overworld locations would not be hearts? Well, it turns out slightly under 50% because there are more non-hearts than there are hearts, but. And CJ going back into level 4. Makes total sense here. He's working his way up the ladder now. We did do 2. We did get the try out of 2 before 1, but
yeah, it's fine. You know, we can go a little bit out of order, ever so slightly.
yeah, I had one hidden dungeon number seed once, where I actually managed to go in hidden dungeon numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7. Without even knowing what I was doing because I didn't have the numbers. So yeah, that's the closest I've ever come to going 1 through 8 in terms of my Triforce order. Okay, we're gonna get another hint. Raft in 5, which probably isn't necessary.
I mean, we've seen still all but one dungeon, and we've seen the White Sword item. We are in a very low chance of that raft.
And nothing in the last hint, because mixed hints are a thing. So this room right here that chessjerk is in, shout outs to Red Ring, because like...
Oh yeah.
Honestly, you probably just turn around and say, you know, I hope my item's not there and move on.
Yep.
But with Red Ring, Red Candle, White Sword, yeah, you just do it.
Well, Tito's going to get the same news that we already found out here, that there's going to be a bait block. He's got the cash for one, I think, though, so maybe we see him come back rather than later.
I mean, the only thing we're really missing at this point is silvers, but yeah.
Nice arrows.
I didn't catch that the bombs were 3 rupees. That's nice. We saw this arrow shopper, we saw a arrow shop earlier, because
Bogie.
DJ
saw
Bogie. That. What did he do? Did he softlock himself on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all done that. You just green scroll in the wrong place, and oops. He's just gonna go a different direction.
Chance to check around a little bit in the start area. I don't think we've seen a ton of this section. A little bit though.
Alright, no, they're take any heart from Bogie.
So from Bogie's perspective, he's seen all but the 6 that's missing. I don't think he's seen 5, has he?
I don't think he's seen 5, and I don't think he's seen 8.
I think that's true, right? Because they were that 5 and 8 were both over in the Deadwood. So
yeah, exactly.
He's gonna see that relatively soon, and then start to have to make the choice. You know, would we want to be worrying about overworld blocking items? There's not that many of them in First Quest, you know, and the Recorder only blocks 1 spot. Power Bracelet blocks 4, and
Raft 2.
Thank you. That's what I was. My brain apparently stopped when I was trying to think of the raft.
Yeah, the raft is this kind of funny item, but because of all the overworld blocking items, it is the consistent one. It's always 2. In it does it First Quest, Second Quest, mixed. It's always 2. You know, like the Recorder in a mixed quest blocks 11 locations, but you're only guaranteed 2 of those spots. The others 9, they could just not open. I've seen players lose to having checked all those locations with the Recorder and it not being required. So, all right, there's the Triforce at a level 4 for chessjerk. Bogie finds level 8. We get to see the map of it because yay Atlas. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of an ugly little level 8. I mean, 8 tends to be ugly in general, but
ugly. It's a little big. It's like a chat. Thank you. Bogie is ahead on the CJ meter. The heartbeat. Now that we have the red ring, now that we have a sword, that Patra is not really a concern to us any longer here. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and kill him and see what we come up with.
And there's our map to 7. CJ's gonna go do 7. Makes sense because he knows where 5 and 8 are, so he's gonna go to the dungeons nearby.
Well, he knows he knows what the challenge was in 8. It's just a combat block. 5 is
and by the way, we are now guaranteed to need a ladder. Entire 7 is ladder blocked.
Interesting. Well, at least we know it's not in there. So, with 7 being a ladder blocked, I mean, we have an opportunity here. For the first person to find that ladder has the chance of a good and a bad. Good is you can get through 7. The bad is maybe you end up picking up that power bracelet, and it may not be helpful. Get you kind of detoured a little bit.
No guaranteed overworld blocks. That's actually a flag I really like in a first quest overworld to make that extra have an extra item be meaningful. In a mixed or a 2Q, the odds are high enough that those are just going to be required anyway. But this flag set, no required overworld blocking item. So theoretically, you could be able to finish the game just by picking up a sword, a bow, and some silvers.
True. I see we got some people in chat calling out some ideas for where we might find that ladder over in 4, over in 6 potentially. I'm hoping that there's the excitement portion of it where we go and we see it in the dungeon that we haven't found yet, and then there's the entertainment version of it where it's behind that bait block,
right?
But right now it's the if Bogie's digging this much into this 8, he had better find silvers or find that ladder at this stage.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen the Triforce yet. It all depends on where the Triforce is and what decision he makes with it. Like, I never feel bad digging deep into a dungeon and finding the Triforce deep in the dungeon. It's when the Triforce, how many times have we seen an 8 like this where the Triforce is like 2 rooms in?
Oh yeah.
The game just says, "Haha, we're gonna put your item in here."
Silver's on the floor behind a dig dog or somewhere in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. And old men in this dungeon are useless. There's that compass. And red candle showing how valuable it can be when you have red bubbles.
The candle boost, very nice, very nice.
Here's our first transport in 5. I think we might have seen this transport already. I don't remember.
But we know that there's going to be 2 of them today.
Yep. At least one of them is going to take us over to that other segment. Room is not going to drop in 5, but unfortunately, if we want to go to the right, we're going to need to kill this Patra.
A lot of fun with Patras. Is Bogie going to end up being ladder blocked in this 8? Oh, no, I don't think so.
There's the recorder, which gets us one location in this flag. So it's always, I think it's fun when the recorder actually becomes useful as the overworld blocking item as an overworld blocking item in a 1Q overworld, just because it's the one overworld item that actually has other uses because it's fast travel. Plus, you never know when the dig dogger is going to be in an unfortunate location and you need it.
One of the downsides of having all the levels clustered together in one spot over there in the forest is, or at least, 4 of them in the forest, is that recorder is not the most helpful, but at least it'll get you towards the others. Hello,
Ladder Nade. Bogie's not going to be blocked out of 7. That's a very big find for him. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if CJ went to 8 right after this.
Yeah,
since he knows where it is.
It would.
And And Bogie, having not found 5 yet, is going to find 5 very soon, and will be in here. So we're going to have our runners are going to switch dungeons.
Might be excited about that hint stepping over the ladder for the magical key, because we are down to 1 key now over on Bogie's side of the house.
Fortunately, that block does not push for CJ. This room very much likes to drop in level 5. It's one of those dungeons. It's actually something at some point I'm going to do a deep dive on, is how often do rooms that drop in vanilla drop in Randomizer? This room is a vanilla drop in Rando. I think it's the map of level 5, if I recall. So if you see a T room in level 5, there's probably going to be a drop in it, and there it is. It's the Triforce, which is not that useful for CJ. He picked up the Triforce quite a while ago.
Now, incidentally, if people are interested in information about what rooms do drop, what rooms don't drop, things like that, go ahead and take a look at the wiki. The Z1R.wiki will give you a ton of information regarding what rooms drop, what rooms don't drop. We even recently went through there and did some evaluation to confirm our suspicions over on shapes and whatnot.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, we're even going to go put a link to that real quick in the chat here.
Awesome.
Z1R.wiki. Bogie making his way to that Triforce in 8 time. Well, maybe time to get out or time to stay. We'll find out.
Alright, this is probably the, yeah, this should be the item in 5. It is. It's the raft. Okay.
Yeah. Bogie has that hint. CJ does not. So whether we see Bogie go and have interest in that when 5 shows up, open question.
Alright, chessjerk can immediately turn in this recorder. Don't know if he'll do the raft spots. One is really, a couple of them are really close. Actually, with the recorder, he can get back here to get back to level 8 very quickly if he wants to.
Oh, sure can.
Have we seen the large secret yet? Because 119 is pretty damn good.
I don't think so, actually. We had a
got
really
money
tiny
all of a
small
sudden.
secret, and we got 27 for the mid. That was our small, like a 2 or a 3 or something.
Yeah, it was very bad. And Bogie, as we expected, is now in level 5. This room right here, the NSU room with the red bubble, is going to be a lot easier for Bogie to get through without losing his sword.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we already know that. He's on our start screen, but thanks for playing, dude.
Ooh, we're going to try to go for the candle boost for Bogie, too. Very nice.
Yeah,
well
very nicely done. Alright, this is one of the transports over to the other side. Yeah, it looks like CJ heading into level 8. It'd be really nice if he could find a bomb upgrade here, but I don't think Bogie saw one, and I don't... and he saw most of the rooms.
Yeah, that's a fair point. We'll see how much time CJ spends in here. I mean, if he sticks around, he gets that ladder, which was not the worst in the world to get to. But if he sticks around and he picks that up, should be a good step for him. If he doesn't, might be some concerns.
Yeah, he knows it's hard required, so I think he's got a little more incentive to dig some of these dungeons, knowing that he's at least 2 items from go mode. Actually, he's exactly 2 items from go mode, because even if the last dungeon is under a power bracelet spot, the ladder opens that power bracelet spot. So at that point, when nothing could stop him, he just gotta go find the things.
Yep.
Looks like Bogie's gonna get this raft first, before he goes up into the segment.
Kill on the Zols there over on CJ's side, making sure to get them with the double hit on the candle.
There's that raft for Bogie. Just needs to get the recorder up in the other half.
Now, at this point in time, what do we think of the odds of the? I'm sure there are real odds out there, but where's our gut on the that raft being needed? Because we're still missing pretty much all of Death Mountain, but Death Mountain is not quite as intimidating as it is in like a mixed quest overworld.
Yeah, I mean,
that raft may come into play.
The majority of the, because I've gone through and done some maps, the majority of the extra 2Q locations are in Death Mountain. Because it's like almost every screen in Death Mountain opens in a 2Q overworld. There's very few that don't. But on the other hand, it's still a lot more than the 2 raft spots.
Oh, yeah.
And it still could be behind that power bracelet that, if this were me, what I'd probably do is, I'm not sure how when I route in the, level 4 raft location, but a world raft, into the power bracelet to get the, raft location over there is something I'd very seriously be considering.
Yeah, it's not the worst in the world for someone like Bogie who's already over there in the Deadwoods, pop to the right, take out 1Q4, and then go over and do the take any or the vanilla take any that you have over at the raft location, call it a day.
Alright, there's that ladder block of the Triforce, which, we'll be able to get around because, CJ is hopefully gonna find that, ladder. Of course, he's got 0 keys. That could be,
Eight's really been eating
become a
these
problem.
keys.
Yeah. 8's supposed to give keys.
8's failing us today.
Yeah, it sure is. This room is canonable, most likely, but oh my god, that's a very difficult room to do that with, because Wizrobes and Likelegs, and honestly, most importantly, the traps.
Those traps, yeah. Well, we got a key, though.
Yeah, there we go.
Roundabout route. Will this get CJ in there? Will.
It's in my heart. I don't know if we saw... I imagine Bogie picked this heart up, but I did not see him pick this up.
I didn't either. I didn't think he got the floor item in 8.
CJ is going to go ahead and clear this wizard room. It says he's going to go ahead and grab the Triforce, but hopefully he goes back in looking for that ladder. But at this point, he's got 8 and wherever 6. Ooh, well,
he is still ladder blocked. Interesting. He didn't try the bomb from above, but I mean, he's got to feel that by now.
Yeah, and if he waited long enough, those landmo might have come over for him to kill them with the red candle. But I think it's just better just up A there, without any kind of sword beams, without a wand, without a bow. It's just gonna take forever.
I mean, he's definitely committing to get to that even though there's only one way he can possibly get there. So either he's going digging for some items right now, or it looks like we're going on the item, which is good. Right.
So, interestingly enough, it looks like Bogie didn't pick up the recorder, which might not be required. Oh wait, no, he has the recorder right there. Okay, so we're good. He's got the recorder.
You think he makes the mistake thinking it was a mixed quest overall?
I know, right? That QQ6. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna open. He's gonna buy that meat. I like that choice. That with that level 4 close to start. Now, is this the ladder for CJ? Yep. Okay. So we'll see if CJ decides to stay in here. Bogie's gonna go ahead and pick up the. Bogie just picking up the power bracelet.
Now we have that hint that step over the water to get the magical key. What do you think the odds are that's sitting in 7? Now that we know that 7 is fully ladder blocked.
I think 7. I mean, we have some ladder block rooms in 8 as well, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was an 8. But yeah, 7 is a very likely candidate. I mean, usually there are some weird things that can happen with the step over the water, as we've discovered, but it looks like normally. My understanding is, because we had a seed a couple years ago where we had the step over the water, and you didn't actually get the step over the water, but we think that was because of a turnstile room. As it was explained, is there has to be, it guarantees a water path of some sort, and that there might be another path, but I actually think, in reality, that other path is only a workaround on a turnstile room. Like, apparently turnstile rooms do weird things to water logic.
I think you're 100% right. I remember, actually it was about a year ago, doing some of the research for one of that, right? That showed up as the hint was useless. And we saw that was exactly what was in play there. It was the turnstile. And now, over in 4, by the way, we did find that floor item was under the Goma. So there is going to be exactly one room up, I guess. A staircase item, see what we can find.
That floor item, not the silvers, which at this point is the only thing we really care about.
We don't care about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pick up a boomerang early, and I'll probably pick it up on the floor, but I am definitely not walking down a staircase to pick that boomerang up. Yeah, I feel like CJ is doing some rooms that we didn't see.
I mean, he's seen 2 of the items out in 8 now. I mean, the floor heart, the ladder. He's really going all in and hoping for the silvers, I imagine.
Silvers would be ideal, but honestly, an any key would not be the. You have the ladder, CJ?
I remember.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's either it might have just been the vacuum suck bomb hole, which we all know and love. Well, we don't love. Just point your controller in the wrong direction, and you walk right back through that sword, back through that bomb hole. Like, doesn't matter if you want to or not. Game just says, nope, you're gonna go back through that bomb hole, and you're gonna like it. CJ also does not currently have a sword. Oh, by the way, hints part 2. Okay, thanks, hints. We knew that. Yeah, we couldn't get to these before. They were under the power bracelet. The Aqualux Magic Boom literally just found that out. Thanks, Octorok. And step.
Ooh, that sounds like maybe silvers and 7.
This could be 7, or still could be 8.
It could be. I'm rooting for a silvers and magical key 7 at this point.
That would be pretty cool.
And for chat, that hint was the step over the water to find the silver arrow. Ladder block silvers.
Could be 6, could be 7, could be 8, could be 9. Still could be any dungeon.
We know nothing about 6 in the stage of the game. And the there's some delicious mags.
Yay.
We know nothing about 6, and 9 can have silvers. As a matter of fact, 9 can have anything. Right? Important items can be in 9. We found the important items, but you know, it could be there.
Make me a little bit more suspicious of the raft and the power bracelet spots, because when those things can show up in 9. Oh, speaking of 9, apparently Bogie hadn't seen it yet, and that was a very blocky 9 with like a weird hole in it. Didn't get a really good look at it, but yeah, that's gonna be a fun one to traverse, and by fun I mean not fun.
And chat, if you a small little peek over to the tracker, you'll see that we actually have the blue boomerang, the magical boomerang as it were, is marked off in 4, which is where we ended up finding it at the very tippy top of that map.
Well, just a matter of, will chessjerk get a 11th heart before he finds that magic sword? Now, the one thing of note, CJ has not gone and picked up the power bracelet yet, so he's going to have to route those in. He's not going to see the hints there. I mean, the walk over the water for the silvers is a spicy hint, but it's still a walk over the water hint that doesn't narrow down which dungeon. So if CJ doesn't ever see those hints, and that's the only thing under the power bracelet spot, then he's fine. It's not going to hurt him.
Knowing that 7 is ladder block so early, like my gut would be immediately with that 7 is worth investing time into.
Yes.
But you know, it can. Oh, and by the way, hero purchase over on CJ's side.
Yep. Need to buy those. I mean, don't necessarily need to buy those, but. And you know, when bombs are $3, you just buy them.
Yeah, they're next to nothing. Grab them while you're there.
Heck, sometimes you buy bombs when they're like that cheap, even if you have full bombs. I've seen people do it. And you don't even feel bad. Potion letter. My what I consider the most underrated item in the game. One of my favorite items, though my favorite item being the wand.
Wand's a great item. That letter is. Oof. Sometimes it's really just a game saver. Like getting a potion. Red ring's red ring, right? It is what it is. But if you're rocking around on no rings, especially when you're on a low heart count, or you have some sort of terrible combat seed with multiple rooms of whiz robes or some such, potion does not hurt.
Yeah, and you can buy a lot of potions for the cost of a blue ring. So the blue ring will sometimes save you in an individual moment, and you don't have to actually react and drink the potion, but give me the ability to buy potions. I want those potions.
Ooh, we're not being economical today. So
Nope,
what was that,
no, we're not.
78 and 32?
Now, what I do, and you know, we're towards the end of our exploration, to be perfectly honest, but I like to buy one potion, and then when the prices are that, with the idea that I'm gonna find another potion anyway, I'm gonna find that second potion shop and be able to spend that same amount and be able to economize, so to speak.
And speaking of potions, by the way, Bogie picking up one out of the take any. I mean, we don't need the hearts, right? We already got mag, we got red ring. We don't have to worry about that.
I mean, you know, CJ will pick up that heart, so it's good
Oh,
that he
of
bought
course
a
he
potion.
will.
I think we're done with overworld blocking locations. I'm pretty sure Bogie picked this one up.
No, we know we
TJ
don't need the raft, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I don't, you know, if the raft gives me 119 rupees and I still potentially want to buy things, I'll take that. I don't consider that a bad raft pickup. Now, if it'd been the single rupee that Bogie just got at that spot, then I wouldn't be so happy. Okay, CJ's gonna go right back into level 7. Bogie's prioritizing finding level 6, which at this point I think has to be up here in Death Mountain somewhere.
Yeah, I think we've covered all of East Death Mountain at this point too, so we either have to find it on West Death Mountain or the connector.
Oh, hi,
Well, I've seen
Triforce,
the Triforce.
immediately in.
Now we're running
Yeah.
into that exact situation you were talking about, like an 8, where you grab that Triforce, and do you just
Yep.
leave, or do you go back in there? Oof, we
Yeah,
leave.
CJ's leaving. He doesn't have the walk over the water hint, so it makes sense to go find level 6. You know, because you need to get the Triforce there anyway. So you might as well be looking for those silvers in level 6. Now, even with the walk over the water hint, you could argue that you go do level 6, what we just found over on Bogie's side. Yeah, this is like one north of where, this is right when, like, kind of Death Mountain likes to start. Even with the walk over the water hint, you could argue that going to 6 is still the better play, because you could still run into the item. It could be a ladder block in here. But I think if it were me and I had those hints, I might go to 6 first. But if the Triforce was early, I go back to 7. Unless there's a ladder block in 6, and then maybe I stay in 6.
There's a lot of complexity over here, right, Tracy?
Yeah.
We got a ton of nuances.
I know, right? Yeah, those blue darkness, fortunately, we don't have to kill them. And see all the potion shops CJ has run into since he paid the extra money. Now this walk over the water won't count.
Nope.
Actually, I mean it could count because if you came from below and went into the shutter, that is a actual ladder block. But going from the bomb hole to the key door is not a ladder block because you'll never be asked to do that clip.
Not logic.
Bogie,
Never have to worry about it.
Bogie desperately trying not to lose his sword there.
Oh, he lost it, didn't he? Yeah, I think he did.
I think
Maybe.
he might have. We'll find out here because, like, yeah, he's gonna use bombs. He's gonna use arrows. With 3 bombs, I don't blame him for not wanting to lay the bomb down and do the standard speedrun strat. But yeah, these blue dark nuts. I mean, those are the ones that blocked the transport, and this room won't drop. And CJ will find his 11th heart before he runs into Magic Sword, so that's good. Nice clip by Bogie. I always love it when I watch someone do a clip and you don't even see the sword swing. It just looks like they just walked over the block.
I was gonna say, I think he actually shot an arrow to do it because
He might have, yeah, that's right. Yeah, fun fact: you can clip with any of your B button items. I don't think I've ever done it with a bait. There's a reason to buy bait early.
I'd love to see that. What a flex.
So I'll amend in my original statement to say I didn't even see the arrow fire.
There you go.
All right, CJ done with the northeast. So at this point, should know that he needs to get to the northwest. Has he not bought all these hints? He maybe hasn't bought all these hints, which were all useless. And Bogie says, you know what? I really need my sword. I've got this potion. I'm going to use it. And that's a good potion use.
I think he's going item hunting in here for sure. I mean, if we're going and not trying to just run as far south as we possibly can at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've seen some ladder blockage. Nothing hard ladder blocked yet. And he knows the silvers are over some water, so yeah, it makes sense. And I mean, it looked for a moment like he was considering the potion, but he already bought a potion, so not that anyone's ever grabbed a take any potion after buying a potion. That never happens.
I feel like the only person who maybe has never done that actually is CJ. I don't know if he would go into a take any and take anything but the heart.
Yeah, I've seen him take potions in the take any cave, but that's specifically not having a letter. No letter, no red ring. Yeah, I've seen him do it, but it's rare. I think I've seen every type of buy something you already have, except I've not seen anyone buy a blue ring with a red ring. But I will not name names, but I do know someone who has copped to doing that.
I was gonna say, don't watch back Rookie Rumble 3 if you can help.
It might have been the person that did it, because that person was definitely in the Rookie Rumble 3. There's a bomb upgrade, but yeah, it looks like at 132 rupees, I think Bogie wants the ability to fire arrows. Especially given that we've found all our overworld bomb spots.
True, we've been having some bomb economy challenges though. I mean, I don't know. I would have done that. But smart strats here, right? Smart strats.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually a C shiny bomb upgrade, buy shiny on bomb upgrade. So usually I have to be disciplined every once in a while. It's like maybe I don't buy that.
Oh no, it's too shiny. It's a go time.
Exactly. All right. Bogie sees shiny Triforce and grabs shiny Triforce. We'll see if he goes back in. There's Mags for chessjerk. He's gonna find these hints very soon. Bogie's going right back in.
He saw almost all of the 6. I mean, it makes sense at this stage. Like you're still hurting for the silvers. It's yeah, you're still hurting for the silvers. You might as well.
And of note, Bogie has not seen how ladder block level 7 is.
That's true.
So it's kind of an interesting dynamic here. chessjerk knows that 7's items are ladder blocked, but doesn't have the walk over the water for the silver scent. Bogie has the walk over the water for the silver scent, but doesn't know that 7 is ladder blocked. So it's a really interesting dynamic between the two of them. There's a heart on the floor.
There we go. That's our last
item.
Bogie
says, nope. No, I don't need a heart on the floor. And Bogie with the reset to get his bomb. You know, this is one of those things that I see some of the top runners do a lot of, is they'll every time they save and quit, they'll reset. So they always know where their global is. Bogie is one of those players that does that.
Yep.
And we've seen it here.
Pro move worked out for him.
So now Bogie going to go into level 7, and he's going to see this ladder block, and I imagine he is going to stay in here for the item.
Yeah, and to chat, to kind of expand upon that comment, right? To kind of clarify what was going on. There's a global count based on enemies that you kill, almost exclusively based on enemies you kill, where you go ahead and you count up 1 through 10, and then you cycle your way back through. Drops 1, 6, and 8 if they are a bomb-dropping enemy, can drop bombs. The only way to reset that is to reset your console, or your emulator in that case. So if you're saving, do the reset because you know your first kill on a bomb dropper has a chance to drop a bomb.
Which of course is different than the consecutive counter, which is the 10th enemy has the bomb hint in vanilla level 9. That no one understood till, gosh, I'd say probably about a decade and a half ago, where they finally figured out what that meant, which is funny, you know? Like, this game is going to be, 40 years old soon. And it took that long to figure out what that hint meant.
And you know, while these guys are poking around over here, CJ getting his run of 6, Bogie finding out if there's something interesting in 7. The for people here who are in fact new, since we do have some people asking about how the nuances of this game work, we are about to start kicking off a rookie rumble for brand new, absolutely novice players. And you can go through and you can join and play and race and learn and all of those good things just by joining us on the Z1R Discord and signing up. You can also find a link for the Z1R Discord over at the Z1R Wiki, as posted in the chat.
Alright, we'll see if CJ finds the items in this level 6. Again, doesn't know the walk over the water hint. I mean, at this point, even if Bogie hadn't seen that hint, this wouldn't be a bad place to be to try and find those silvers, and maybe your consolation prize is an any key.
I mean, there's your any key. Walking over the water, you know. The 7 is it's such a weird one to choose to dig. I'm not. By the way, I love the choice. But it's a weird one to try to dig at this stage too, because I mean, silvers could so easily be in 9. 7's big, but only 2 items. It's a whole.
9 could still have 9 could still have water blocks, so that could still be a thing, and 8 had ladder blocks too. So we have no guarantees.
Yeah, but I love it.
Hey, we can walk right back out of that mugger room.
I was gonna say, better give that mugger a few coins right there, see what happens.
You gotta be careful with those bomb holes. If you go too far, it's still gonna.
Oh yeah.
It'll suck you right in, and you won't be able to get out. Now, that's that any key coming in handy there, because I'd hate to spend a key and end up in Zelda's room.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the worst feelings.
Zelda's room, you're not getting out of that room for not had that enjoyment so far.
Yeah, chessjerk buys the bomb upgrade. He had more money than Bogie did when he saw it, like 100 rupees more. So makes sense that he bought it when Bogie didn't.
Not a lot of bombs for a very hefty price.
Only a +2. That's kind of disappointing.
Well, we know where that triple Dodonga room is. If Bogie starts running low on bombs here in 7, he can always walk on back there and see if we run into it.
CJ has not found the floor heart. It'll be interesting to see what CJ does after this, because CJ is one of the runners, I'd say, that is most likely to not rush 9. This isn't to say he won't rush 9, but he tends not to rush 9 as much as some other players. So it'll be very interesting to see what his decision is now that he's about to get that Triforce that's going to let him go there. Also considering, again, does not have to walk over. Well, if he goes to 9, that's not going to be good for chessjerk, because those silvers are indeed in level 7.
Well, we got Bogie full on go mode right now, heading straight to 9. See what we end up having. We're gonna see what happens, and there's a whole level lead effectively that Bogie's gonna have on CJ at this point in time, if CJ goes to the right spot. If not,
yeah. It's a bit of a shame, CJ having been in level 7 without the hint earlier. Looks like he is headed towards level 7. I'm not sure. Well, no, maybe not, because he recorded to not 7. And no, oh, right, he hasn't gone back to 4 yet. All right, we should get that audio switched over to Bogie's side. So we're missing an entire column in 9, which I didn't actually notice when we saw it the first time. So this is kind of a weird 9, very chunky, but deceptively smaller. Let's see, we're missing 8 rooms, I think. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're missing 7 rooms. So it's 56 minus 7, 49 rooms.
Yeah.
Plus the entire right column. So yeah.
I'll support that math.
I can't count, but if you give me a nice block that I can do some multiplication on, then I'm good to go.
And this is we're at a stage right now where 9 has to do really aggressive 9 things.
Yep. Well, and the caveat also with the 9 doing 9 things is they have to do them to Bogie, but not do them to CJ.
Right.
It's always the caveat that we deal with.
Yeah.
When we talk
Sometimes
about
you end
level 9
up,
doing things.
skipping one staircase, and it's the exact one you needed. It had Ganon on one side, Zelda on the other. I mean, you get wacky things like that sometimes, but I mean, this is a whole.
I mean, sometimes if you have 2 doors from the start, right? One person literally goes through one door, the other person goes through the other door, and the door you go through is the one you need. One person goes through the one you need, the other one just goes on an adventure. I've definitely played those seeds, and I've definitely watched those seeds.
Yeah, we had some pretty close endings over in the actually in the game of the year, I think, when we went through and we were talking about the award show. Which, by the way, you can find the link to the award show on the Z1R wiki. But good times. Alrighty, we are out of 4 now. CJ, where are you going?
Got the recorder out.
We're going to 9.
Yeah, this is 9 or 8, but it's definitely not where he needs to go in 7. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I totally get going to 9 here.
I mean, maybe we'll luck out. So there's 3 possible, or let me rephrase that. There's 3 old men over in 9, and of those 3 old men, if they all get helpful hints, some of them are going to have potentially community, but if they all get helpful, and there are helpful hints, at least one of them says the silvers lie elsewhere, which is one of the 4 possible hints we can get.
Yep.
And CJ gets that early. Maybe.
Either that, or he could find both items quickly. He's going to be prioritizing stairs a little bit more than Bogie is.
True.
Some of us have started calling it the Bogie 9 because during the main tournament, in a race versus Thurwolf, Bogie goes into 9 without silvers, and goes 1 room to the right, finds item, goes 1 room to the left, finds item, leaves 9 because neither was silvers. So none of us had ever seen anything like it.
Absolutely wild. Alright, we have seen the princess's door, right? At this stage?
Have we?
So really just on a hunt for Ganon.
Oh, well, I see our tracker stack says there's the princess, so I will trust our tracker.
I heard the roar of the Aqua Mentis. I got all excited for a second.
Yeah, it's funny because you have the roars of the different bosses, and they're not all the same, but they're the ones. I think it's Aqua Mentis and Gliok that sounds like the Ganon roar.
Oh, it sounds just like the Ganon roar. In my
yep.
book.
It's like the Dig Dogger's a little bit different. Some of the other ones, but it's and Randomizer is different because in vanilla, of course, you hear the roar of any boss through the walls, any boss that guards a Triforce, I should say.
That is true. In the Randomizer, there is, as we were actually talking about today in the Discord, there's only 1 boss in the game that's actually considered a level boss, and that is Ganon in 9.
Yep. I think you can do settings where you have everything in their vanilla location, but no one wants to play that. It's just too simple. There's a compass
just play
for Bogie.
vanilla.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to me, that's actually what makes the Zelda 1 randomizer unique. Because I've come from there's a wand for chessjerk. He's not going to pick it up. Having come from many other randomizers, including like the Link to the Past randomizer, where like Link to the Past is really funny because they've done several things to try and mimic what we have in Z1, but they just can't with their door rando and their retro stuff. They don't quite get it right. I try to explain to them how ridiculous it is to charge 50 rupees for silver arrows, even though Link to the Past you get like 2,000 rupees a game. If the equivalent math was done in Z1R, I think there'd be a huge protest on our hands because, oh my god.
There's an old man. That's not the hint that we need.
Yeah, he's not telling us anything. I mean, it could be worse. We did see in the last tournament, or all the hints were helpful. Although it was booked to understand. There's a heart for chessjerk. That's he's out of here. we did see at least one seed where all 3 old men were muggers, so no information to be had.
I mean, 9 is doing wacky things, but we have seen an awful lot of that map at this point over on Bogie's side.
Yep. And CJ going straight for level 7 is the right play. It is the mathematically correct play because 2 items here versus 1 item in 8. And we do have our tracker filled. The last item in 8 is going to be a heart. Now that we know the wand is a 9. Got to find that roar. You know where he's probably in that tail.
Gotta be there, yeah, the right hand column somewhere.
On the right hand, yeah, and that's where Bogie's headed right now. Or he's gonna try to, but he has no bombs to go up.
Bogie. Maybe he just needs to stare. Oh, hi, bombs.
Or nice bomb drop. Are we
Bogey,
gonna go
look at
through the
bombs.
stair anyway? Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't grab the bombs and try and bomb up. Although it would just get 1 room at that point. Didn't take us very far. It just took us the other side of Zelda.
Yeah, and no value there, right? Can't even get down to Zelda. I mean, we know how to get there, but...
Okay, so this is interesting. CJ taking a transport may miss the any key now because the silvers were down in this bottom section on the floor, and the any key was in the stair.
Silvers.
So yeah,
you know what?
He's getting close. He might still make this a race.
I know, CJ turning this around, right? Like, this is, you know, edge of your seat action, guys.
Yeah, again, yeah, if he could find the path quicker, I don't think... I mean, as far as I've been paying more attention to Bogie, yeah, he found those silvers really quick. If he's starting to roar that we don't know about...
Yeah, it's very possible, too, that we need to find the right staircase. Oh, never mind, there's a roar. Oh, did he just get grabbed by the wall master? Bogie, what are you doing?
Oh, no. Up A to get up A is quicker than being grabbed by the wall master. Fun fact. Wall master, I think he is down to like 2 hearts, so it's not even a matter of a health save to not do that.
He's gonna go on a marathon to go and get back there now. That's all right. We're good. It's still a lot of space ahead of.
Yeah, CJ is just gonna, even if CJ knows the path, yeah, Bogie's just still ahead.
As long as he doesn't get wall mastered again.
And given where Ganon turned out to be, I don't believe we saw CJ in that area at any point.
I don't think we did either.
There we go. And that's the second old man with a useless statement.
Magical Sword means 4 hits on Ganon. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and that's the ball game with Ganon.
Yeah, just a quick jaunt up, and we can get to Zelda.
Alright, it's going to take an actual miracle over on CJ's side for something to go into change at this point in time. So I think... That's a fun little horizontal shit, I like that. But we can come at it from the left. So I think that everybody who has an emote or just wants to say GG, now you go ahead and get prepared. Pop those over into the chat as Bogie just gets the pop over on the Zelda door. And with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 30 seconds, Bogie has won tonight's race.
Yep. In the end, just, you know, Bogie staying in 7 the first time in. If CJ stays in 7 the first time in and finds those silvers, he has a much quicker 6, and you know, that's the big thing. He also spent a little extra time in 8, I think. So
he did. He got to see all 3 items in 8. I think Bogie saw 1 and bailed.
Did CJ see? I thought he'd missed the 3rd item. He definitely saw the floor item where Bogie didn't see it, but we know the last item's a heart.
Yeah.
So with chessjerk, he picks up all the hearts anyway, so it's not always easy to tell.
I think he had to have. Well, maybe not had to have. I mean, he's shy 1 heart at this stage.
Yeah, he missed a heart somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, might. Oh, you know what? I don't think he got the heart out of. No, wait, he did.
Ooh,
I'm not sure he
that's an
got the heart
interesting
out of
route
4.
to Ganon. That's a much faster route to Ganon
Yeah, it
over a
is.
9
Yeah,
here.
it is.
And joining us, incidentally, in the booth while we watch out the end of this race is our race winner, Bogie. GG's, man.
GG's.
Oh my god. What a time for a wall master.
How? I mean, I'm not going to ask you what words, but I imagine they weren't they aren't SG approved. But oh my swearing when that happened.
I think I reached out towards my computer screen like, no.
You had
my
enough
God.
time to get wall mastered, but not by much.
Not much, man. Well, I was just the entire time I'm like, please don't lose. Please don't lose because of that. Yeah, the level 9 was. I thought I heard a roar in the north part of the dungeon, but I don't know. It was at a time when one of my kids walked in to ask me to kill a fly, and I'm like, not now.
Can you wait just a few seconds?
I'm like, wrong time, dude.
Well, we got CJ finishing up now. GG's to CJ. I presume we'll see him here in
Probably.
just a moment or so.
But yeah, Bogie. I mean, there are things that I know you'll do dad % for and leave. I don't think killing a fly.
Not in the middle of level 9. Yeah, definitely not. But the crisis averted, thankfully. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was you relatively straightforward to just find level 2.
Yeah, I know. I was so happy to find that, and I'm like, I'm sure, I'm assuming CJ stayed in the southeast. So,
Yep.
yeah.
He got the try out of 5 and saw 8, but didn't do anything at the time. But he wasn't that far behind to level 2 as we welcome in CJ. GG's.
Yeah, GG's, CJ.
GG, Bogie.
Yeah, I think the real difference, it was actually really interesting because chessjerk, you knew the level 7 was ladder blocked, and you had the magic key hint over the water. Bogie, you knew, you didn't know that level 7 was ladder blocked, but you had the walk over the water to get the silvers in that last hint shop.
Yeah.
Did that keep you in 7, I assume?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Once I found that magic key, I'm like, I mean, the first room or second room into 7 was clearly ladder blocked. I'm like, okay. And so I was hoping to find silvers first, but once I found that magic key, then I was definitely going to stay in for the second item.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And CJ, I mean, you're one of the most likely to not gamble level 9, but today you gambled level 9. It kicked you out pretty quick, but not quite quick enough.
Yeah, I guess I missed a hint for silver somewhere.
Yeah, there was a hint shop at the power bracelet spot in the grave, and you found 6, so there was no reason for you to look any further.
That'll do it.
So yeah, there was a walk over the water, and since you never saw that, your calculation was a little bit different. Did you get all 3 items out of 8? We're not sure.
I did not.
Okay, so you got the floor heart and the ladder. That's probably where your last heart is, I assume.
I assume. Yeah, that's the only item I have left, so that's got to be it.
That's got to be a heart. But yeah, you made the gamble into 9, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Got kicked out relatively quick. The old men were useless with nice community hints. But you found the items relatively quick, and you had a much faster trip to the silvers by taking the transport. But
the transport got you down there.
Yeah,
I have explored 8 rooms in level 7.
Nice.
When I saw the silvers on the floor in 7, I knew it was over. I was actually surprised it was that close. Because that was something that I could have done much sooner. I mean, obviously, if I had the hint, I would have been in there for sure. But that's the way it goes.
Yep. Yeah, I think the other 2 hints, if I remember correctly, were like, I mean, they were actually true hints. They weren't community hints, but they were like, yep, old news, man. old news.
Yeah, one of them was bows in level 1. I'm like, that was 40 minutes ago, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the past.
Yep.
And then the magic boomerang in 4, which would have been nice before I went back to 4 to go see what was in for.
Yeah, the bait
same.
blocked.
The bait
The
blocked
bait
magic
blocked
boomerang.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, it sounds like I actually was second one to White Sword, which is actually surprising to me. I thought I found it pretty quickly.
It wasn't by a lot.
Okay.
Basically, it was the difference of you had already done a little bit of 5 and had seen 8. But yeah, that patcher was basically I'm not going through this until I have some sort of offense and or defense.
Not for lack of trying.
Yeah, that room basically makes it really difficult, I think, even with the red candle to boost around it. Yeah.
I'm sure it was a blessing in disguise because level 8 was already awful.
Yep,
And
it
I
sure
had so much
was.
trouble getting around because, I mean, my key count varied quite widely in this seed because I had, I found, 5 or 6 before spending 1, and all of a sudden I'm in 8 and they're all gone. So
Yep.
that was fun.
Yep.
I was getting really concerned because I could not find the third item, and I got trapped in the Triforce room from the wrong direction with no ladder. That was super annoying.
Oh, no.
And yeah, that was a thing. Then I found the ladder, like, oh, I should have gone that way first. That's fantastic.
I mean, you didn't want to wait for the landmost to get close enough to... No, that was definitely better to update there.
I would probably still be in that room if I had opted for
Possibly.
that.
I mean, if you wait long enough, yes, but yeah, it's a tall ask in that situation. Also, I mean, it got you back to the ladder anyway, so it worked out.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine that if I had found the arrow shop sooner and had other offense besides Red Candle,
yeah,
if I had found that
fair.
sooner, that might have made a difference, because then I would have gotten that Triforce, and I probably would have bailed. And, I mean, it was only a 2-minute difference. That could easily have been the 2 minutes. So.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. But I laughed when I saw the arrow shop. It's, very cheap heart, very cheap bombs, and almost nice arrows. Almost, not quite.
Yeah,
Almost.
almost. The 3 rupee bombs,
Mhm.
with the kind of price that you just buy bombs because you see a bomb shop and you don't have full bombs, or maybe you just buy them because you just want to buy bombs even though you're full.
I just
up.
want to buy some. I mean, I have 6 money shops or money caves uncleared because I had max money and I didn't need any more money. I'm looking for things to buy. I can't buy a blue ring, don't need it. I'm trying to find arrows somewhere. Yeah, I found a bomb upgrade, which was, whatever. But
the nice +2 bomb upgrade.
Nice +2, but whatever. And just, I mean, I'm looking. I just have too much money, and and I thought it was funny that I actually bought arrows and bought the bomb upgrade, and my next secret I checked was a big secret, so I'm back up to 230 or whatever. Like, oh, okay.
I know your timing
was
was really nice there.
Yep, it was. But
we could have used more money early. I felt like I never got above like 100 rupees for the first 45 minutes at least, and I knew I wanted to buy meat. Actually, it was like anytime I got near 100, I would have to buy something. Like I bought the arrows, and then I knew I wanted to buy meat at some point, and I'm like, oh, I really hope there's a secret down in the southwest, and then I was able to finally afford some meat. But
yeah, it was a pretty long time before we even found out that the large secret was as large as it was.
Yeah. I found so few secrets at the start. I mean, I was definitely not having flashbacks to my 60 cave overworld dig for level 9 in that tournament race about a year ago. And I'm looking at my levels. Okay, I need to find level 6. How many caves do you have left? I've got like half the overworld left. This should be fun.
Yep.
I mean, at least I only have 6 uncleared spots left, so it wasn't a full overworld clear looking for 6, but it was a decent dig for 6.
Yep.
I have 7.
Unfortunately, that one of those spots was the hint shop that gave you the walk over the water hint. So yeah.
And the rest of Death Mountain, I thought it was hilarious. I didn't find a potion shop until like half an hour.
Yeah, and then you saw potion.
And then I saw all of them. Yeah, they were all in the Northeast except for Vanilla 1. And
see, that goes to my strat, which is you buy a blue one. When the blues are cheaper, right? You buy a blue one the first time you see one, and then the next one you see, you buy the second blue one. Well, I'm not an advocate of walk in, buy blue, walk into the same shop, buy blue. That takes too long.
When you're a gazillionaire and have all the money in the world, you will pay the 10 rupee premium.
You pay the surcharge.
I had so much money, I couldn't lose it fast enough. If only that were real life.
I know, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, this was only game 1. Is game 2 scheduled yet?
It is not.
It's not.
I'll let Bogie pick another night this week. I'm sure he can find one.
I think I could potentially manage tomorrow night, so I'll message you after this. But
sounds good to me.
Perhaps same time, same channel.
Same bat channel.
Well,
Well, maybe
channel
not
is up to
Sandy.
Rick.
Yeah, that's Rick's decision. Just
Maybe
says.
if we nudge Rick enough, maybe we'll make it happen. But who knows?
Yeah.
All right, but either way, good luck to both of you in the next one. Is there anything else either one of you wants to add before we go ahead and close this out?
Where was my 16th heart? Where in level 8 was my 16th heart? I'm very sad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very sad.
Who had mags first? Out of curiosity.
You did.
Oh, you
I
did.
did.
Yeah.
Yep, you did.
Yeah,
So,
You found it
I-
first. You both had 11 hearts when you picked it up. You found it first, Bogie, because you did. You were earlier up to the grave in Death Mountain area.
I mean, yeah.
So
If I go for mags when I got to 11 hearts, I probably win, because then I'm going to get mags and I don't check the northeast at all, and just go to mags and find 6. I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yep.
But-
The Northeast was nothing. I mean, that's one of my favorite early places to go. So
Yeah,
nothing
the
up
smooth
there
sword.
this time.
That's
Bunch
all that was
of
there.
potion shops in the Northeast, if I recall.
that's it. But yeah, thank you, Neon and Tracy, for commentary as always. And who was tracking tonight? I don't know.
We had Stags jump in last
Stags.
minute.
Shout outs to
Nice.
Stacks, the true MVP for sure.
Absolutely.
GG Bogie, see you tomorrow night, probably.
Yep. Thank you all.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah, good night, guys. All right, but yeah, that is going to do it for us for today. Nothing on the schedule for the rest of the night. I don't know the outcomes of the two races, but if there is a game 3, they will be tomorrow at 9 o'clock for Opna Point Angel FM, for 9:30 for the Pirate Sheep in Sidetown. Also on the schedule tomorrow night, 11:30 is Ice Blue versus Brewers Fan JP. So I'll potentially a bunch of races tomorrow, especially if we get if Bogie and chessjerk go ahead and schedule for tomorrow. That's a lot of races tomorrow. So definitely keep an eye out on your SpeedGaming schedules to see what races are happening and what races are getting restreamed on what channels. In the meantime, I'd like to thank everybody. First of all, again, shout outs to Stags for jumping in at the last minute for tracking. So Neon,
Absolute hero. Absolute hero.
hero, MVP, all those things. And Neon, it was absolutely a pleasure to commentate with you.
It always is. It always is, Tracy. Thank you so much for having me. And thank everybody who came on by. I think we were peaking at some pretty high numbers of turnouts. For anybody who's out there who's watching, and you are not a part of this community yet, and you like watching this, and you're very interested, and you want to join the community, come on down, Z1R.wiki. You can also take a look, join our Discord, sign up for that Rookie Rumble tournament. It's going to be great. It's all very beginner friendly. And aside from that, thank you, SpeedGaming. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Stags. And you all have a great rest of the night.